reacting to the never-before-seen 1983 pilot for Down the Mine. Yes, that's right. The pilot has been found. And I'm recording this at like about 8:12 right now. The pilot hasn't really released yet on YouTube, but it's here on the People Magazine website. So, yeah, let's check it out. In April 1983, filming began on the pilot episode of Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends. Using specially created models and initial tests would help shape the series to come. Following is a reconstruction of previously unseen tests using film elements discovered in the Mattel archives.
One day, Thomas was at the junction when Gordon shuffled in with some trucks. Phew, remarked Thomas. What a funny smell.
Hold on. Look at Gordon right here. He kind of looks ugly, to be honest.
Can you smell a smell? I can't smell a smell, said Annie. A funny, musty sort of smell, said Thomas. No one noticed it till you did, grunted Gordon. It must be yours. Annie, Clarabelle, do you know what I think it is? It's ditch water. Before Gordon could answer, Thomas puffed away.
Oh, wait.
Annie and Clarabelle could hardly...
Go back. Studio lighting.
Annie and Clarabelle could hardly believe their ears.
That's right, we're noticing the roofs here. Oh, I didn't know that was from the pilot.
That was funny. That was funny, he chuckled. He felt very pleased with himself.
Oh, right.
Annie and Clarabelle would...
Hold on, so... The image that they found from... The image from the Sodor Island fan site, the footage from that, I believe, wasn't found. So they had to use actual footage from the series.
Felt very pleased with himself. Annie and Clarabelle were deeply shocked. They had great respect for Gordon, the big engine.
There it is! The scene!
Thomas left the coaches at the station and went off to a mine for some trucks.
It's a scene!
Long ago, miners digging for lead had made tunnels under the ground. Though strong enough to hold up trucks, their roofs could not bear the weight of engines.
Wait, hold on. Notice how we get a clear side of the pilot model. This is great for use for references if you want to make replicas.
Silly old board, he thought. He had often tried to pass it and he had never succeeded. But this morning he had made a plan. He had to push the empty trucks into one siding and pull out full ones from another. Come on, waved the fireman. The driver leaned out of the cab to see where they were going. Now, said Thomas to himself. Hurrah, laughed Thomas.
Wow, I didn't even know that Thomas was even using a different whistle in the pilot. That's how different it sounds.
And he followed the trucks into the siding. Stupid old boy.
Wait. Notice how he doesn't have like a lamp iron in his back.
To the siding. Stupid old boy, said Thomas. There's no danger, there's no danger. Look out, shouted his driver. Come back. Fire and smoke, said Thomas. I'm sunk. And he was. Thomas could just see out of the hole, but he couldn't move. Oh dear, he said, I am a silly engine. And a very naughty one, too. I saw you, said the fat controller. Please get me out, I won't be naughty again. I'm not sure, replied the fat controller. We can't lift you out with the crane, the ground's not firm enough. Let me see. I wonder if Gordon could pull you out. Yes, sir, said Thomas nervously, but he didn't really want to meet Gordon just yet. Down a mine, is he? Ho, 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 laughed Gordon. What a jokey chortle, puffing to the rescue. Poof, poof, little Thomas, we'll have you out in a couple of puffs. Strong cables were fastened between the two engines. Are you ready? Heave, called the fat controller. It was a lot harder than they all thought. But at last he was free. I'm sorry I was cheeky, said Thomas. That's all right, Thomas, you made me laugh. I'm in disgrace, Gordon went on pathetically. I feel very low. I'm in disgrace too, said Thomas. Why, so you are, Thomas. We're both in disgrace. Shall we form an alliance? An ally? What was it? Asked Thomas. An alliance, Thomas. United we stand, together we fall, said
and I'll
Gordon
help
grandly.
you.
Right you are, said Thomas. Good, that's settled, mumbled Gordon. And buffer to buffer, the allies puffed home.
Okay, so my final thoughts are, this is great. It's great how Mattel is releasing this after being in storage for like more than 40 years. And you know, the Ringo Starr narration in this kind of reminds me of the Ladybird narration. You know what I mean? The narration for the Ladybird books. So, I would just like to say thank you, Mattel, for releasing this, and thanks for watching.